Good evening, one and all. We welcome you all to the International Webinar Series on Holistic Health, Well-being and Sustainable Development 2026, commemorating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, nation celebrating 78 years of independence and United Nations Sustainable Development Goals 2015 to 2030 and Viksit Bharat at 2047 as part of awareness and campaigns in collaboration with Sri Holistic Health Foundation India and Sri Research Institute Center for Art Sciences and Wellbeing. Before we start our sessions, let's take the blessings of Almighty.
गुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं गुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं गुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं गुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः
With the blessings of Almighty, we shall continue with today's commemorations and celebrations. Today is commemorated as Iditarod Race from March 7th to 22nd in US, which is formally known as Trail Sled Dog Race, begins on the first Saturday of March and continues for about 10 to 14 days. A kennel of 12 to 14 northern dogs led by a musher competes in the race. The event is held in sub-zero temperatures and stretches through half the portion of American state of Alaska. The race is a cultural event in the state with competitions from entire world pouring in to compete and be part of the celebration. Iditarod is a highly competitive and strenuous competition, with winner claiming a $50,000 prize from the state of Alaska. Today is also commemorated as International Women's Week from March 7 to 10, which is celebrated worldwide from the first Sunday of March leading to International Women's Day, IWD, on March 8th, and this year it takes place from March 7 to 10. While IWD has been globally observed since 1900s, over time, the need was felt to devote week to accommodate the multitude of events dedicated to the concept. This week is set to celebrate women and their roles in the society, as well as how far they have come in fighting for equal opportunities. Come on, let's celebrate women by eradicating gender biases and accepting them as equal half in society. Some of the ways business organizations and people are addressing inequality is through reducing equality in their hiring practices to enter previously male-dominated fields and initiating celebrating like this. Today is also commemorated as Alexander Graham Bell Day on March 7th in Canada. Every year, it was on this day that Bell was granted a patent for transmitting vocal or other sounds telegraphically. On March 10, Bell made the now iconic statement, "Mr. Watson, come here. I want to see you," through a transmitter. His assistant, Thomas Watson, who was in the next room, received the call and heard the voice clearly. Thus, the first telephone call was made in honor of the day. He was granted the patent. People around the world celebrate March 7 as a day of innovation and invention. The day is recognized by an official act at the, of the legislature in Nova Scotia, Canada. Today is also commemorated as National Beehive Day on March 7th in US, which is an occasion for small business owners and aspiring owners to make their voices heard. The day celebrates small businesses and encourages them to stand up for themselves and their ideas and lay claim to their share of the market. Use National Be Heard Day as your excuse to draft out the business plan, write the communication strategy, and set the groundwork to get your big ideas heard around the world. Today is also commemorated as National Cereal Day on March 7th in US. There isn't a person alive who doesn't know a bowl of cereal, a spoon, and some milk. Lactate, almond, or soy milk all counts. Equals a part in your mouth. Fiber, sugar, raisins, or even Lucky Charms, the flavors and prices each box holds are limitless and can add to any humdrum morning. So let's snap, crackle, and pop through all the reasons why National Cereal on March 7th should be in your day plan on your menu. There are quite possibly over 100 cereals to choose from, and if you want to expand your breakfast horizons, why not pick one you never had before, like cranberry almond crunch, or grape nuts, or even Kellogg's honey smacks, which is nearly 56% sugar to weight. Good thing National Dentist Day is on March 6th to prepare for the crunchy, sugary festivities of March 7th. Today is also commemorated as National Cooper Day on March 7th, which was an occupational moniker for someone who made or repaired barrels, casks, and buckets. It derives from the Middle East. It derives from the Middle English word copper, which means copper. It was a highly valued trade in the Middle Ages since building watertight containers was not an easy undertaking with the available equipment during the meat period. Cooper is a name that may be used for both boys and girls. It's a lovely burnished metal, but it's also, as police terminology, coopering was a major aspect of business and communal life in medieval times. Because all liquids were transported in tubs and barrels, coopering is a craft that is being practiced today to manufacture wooden barrels for real ale and port as well as other beverages that can be matured in wood. Today is also commemorated as National Flapjack Day on March 7th, celebrates the steady and wholesome cereals, cakes that we have been having for breakfast since eons ago, or they have been a staple breakfast for millions of Americans who eat them to fuel their daily toils. Grandmas have developed recipes and handed them down generations to bring smiles to children and adults in families. Be it the farmer or office going executive, flapjacks have filled people with nutrients and energy to tackle the day ahead, making it the best way to start a day. Today is also commemorated as Plant Power Day on March 7th, celebrated every March 7th to raise awareness about the benefits of the sustainable eating and encourage everyone to embrace plant-based diets. So Plant Power Day was launched by Alpro and Bosch. Plant-based diets have different meanings depending on the individual. A plant-based diet may be entirely vegan, no animal-derived products consisting mainly of plant foods or meat made up of whole plant foods that are minimally processed. While a plant-based diet has been an option for many people for ages, It's not until recently that it gained mainstream attention, with people embracing it as a lifestyle. The history of plant-based diets is interwoven with veganism, which is itself derived from vegetarianism. The earliest evidence of vegetarianism appeared more than 300, 3,300 to 1300 BC and earlier in the northern and western ancient Indus Valley civilization. It was a lifestyle mainly practiced by Indians, Indian emperors, and Indian philosophers, including Chandragupta Maurya, Ashoka, Mahavira, and Acharya Pandakunda. Vegetarianism was also practiced in ancient Greece and Rome by prominent individuals such as Seneca the Younger, Ovid, Plutarch, and Empedocles. They argued this choice of lifestyle was due to health, the transmigration of souls, and animal welfare and justice. The Arab poet Al Mari was one of the earliest known vegans. In the 19th century, vegetarianism became a widely accepted movement in British and the US. Professionals that were self-identified vegetarians raised awareness of the benefits of vegetarianism lifestyle through their works. That includes the poet Percy Bysshe Shelley in his 1813 book, A Vindication of Natural Diet. The physician William Lambe and Sylvester Graham, he developed the meatless Graham diet that was hugely popular in the 1830s in the US. Several vegetarian communities and societies were established around this time. This United Kingdom Vegetarian Society, established in the 1840s, was one of those societies. Several members requested for a section of the Vegetarian Society's newsletter to be dedicated to non-dairy vegetarianism in 1994. When the Vegetarian Society refused to the request, the secretary of the Leicester branch, Donald Watson, started a newsletter called the Vegan News in the November of that year. That led to the establishment of Vegan Society and the Vegan movement. Veganism, the movement received a large following from individuals who eat mainly plant produce and desist animal exploitations. In 1980, T. Colin Campbell coined the term plant-based diet. The term refers to a diet that is low fat, high fiber, and consists primarily of vegetables, focusing on health and not ethics. The term has since been used in various works to mean veganism, vegetarianism, and semi-vegetarianism. In 2018, the European company Alpro and Vegan Recipe website Bosch established Plant Power Day to encourage people to eat more vegetables-based diet and plant-based foods. So cook a plant-based meal. Cooking is definitely the best way to celebrate Plant Power Day. There are numerous cookbooks and recipes you can try your hand as if you are new to plant-based diet. If you want familiar, you can try swapping some of the regular meals with plant-based substitutes. Watch cooking channels to get inspired. Having everyone embracing sustainable living is essential not only to general well-being but also to the survival of plants, animals, and the planet. You can advocate by using your own social media platforms if you have a good following, writing articles on sustainable living, encouraging your friends and family to take up that lifestyle, or volunteering for relevant organizations. You don't think you can put together a tasty plant based dish? Well, that's why we have restaurants, vegan and vegetarian restaurants pop up every year, which means there may be one in your area. Search the internet or look up vegan or vegetarian restaurants on help. For the best experience, go with a friend or family member that enjoys plant-based meals. A US Human Research Council study revealed that about 84% of vegetarians go back to eating meat less than a year after taking up the vegetarian lifestyle. Vegans believe vegetarians are running their anti-meat campaign, which makes them less tolerant to vegetarians than non-vegetarians. Vegetarianism is a general term for anyone who chooses to eat mostly plant-based diet, which doesn't restrict from Vegetarianism and vegetarians that eat plant-based diet without meat are likely to suffer from vitamin B12 definition, uh, deficiency, which can be also be supplemented, as there is a general myth that vitamin is only present in meat, fish, and dairy products. Fruitarians are vegetarians who eat only nuts, seeds, and fruits, which can be dangerous to their health unless and until it properly balanced with plant-based diets. A plant-based diet is generally viewed as a healthy and sustainable way of eating. Research has shown that eating a diet rich in fruits, whole grains, and vegetables help improve heart health, reduce the risk of type 2 diabetes and obesity, and eliminate the need for medications. Aside from being second highest contributor to greenhouse gas emissions, livestock rearing is the primary cause of deforestation, biodiversity loss, and water pollution. Consuming a plant based diet can help reduce the negative impacts of livestock rearing, combat climate change, and create a more sustainable world. Embracing a plant based diet reduces the demand for animal products, consequently, decreasing animal suffering and cruelty on factory farms and helping to save endangered species. Today is also commemorated as Sock Monkey Day on March 7th in Canada and US. A stuffed monkey fashioned out of socks in the shape of a monkey is known as a sock monkey. In the United States and Canada, these stuffed toys are a blend of folk art and silliness. Brown and white sock monkeys have exceptionally long limbs, long tails, and vibrant red lips. Additionally, decoration on the animal's head and around its neck is possible. The figure has been ingrained in popular cultures, appearing in the comic books and art pieces. So with this, we shall end today's commemorations and celebrations. See you all tomorrow at the same time with the same joining link. Take care. Good night. Before leaving, we request everyone to quickly fill up the feedback form, which has been raised in the form of votes. Take care. Good night.